As somebody who has built a ton of computers, the word stress test for me usually means running something like Cinebench or Furmark to just get the components inside hot and make sure that they're stable. But back in the 60s when NASA was trying to find a watch that was capable of manned space flight, man, their stress testing was on a whole nother level. So I recently picked up the special edition Moonswatch 1965, and this was to commemorate NASA choosing the Omega Speedmaster as a watch that was certified for manned space flight. This is actually really cool because you can see 19 hours and 65 minutes on the top left and right chronometer for 1965. They even used the old school Omega logo, which is actually really cool. But inside the box, you actually get this little booklet that tells you about the history of the Omega Speedmaster being chosen by NASA. But this booklet also tells you how NASA tested these watches. Listen to this. Number 1, high temperature tests of 70 degrees Celsius for 48 hours, then 93 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes in a partial vacuum, as well as low temperature testing of negative 18 Celsius for 4 hours, and a vacuum test in a heated vacuum chamber, and then cooled to negative 18 C for several cycles. In Fahrenheit, that means they go from 153 degrees to 200 degrees, then down to 0. Those are insane temperature sweeps. There was also a humidity test, 10 different cycles over 24 hours at 95% humidity, with the temperature ranging from 25 to 70 Celsius. These things also had to endure a 48-hour corrosion test at 70 degrees Celsius, and my favorite, 6 different directions of shock resistance at 40 Gs. And if that wasn't enough, we also have acceleration testing from 7.25 Gs for 5 minutes to 16 Gs for 30 seconds at 3 different axes. These things also had pressure tests from 6 to 10 atmospheres at 70 degrees Celsius for 90 minutes, and then 93 degrees at those same atmosphere ranges for 30 minutes. And then, of course, a high pressure test of 1.6 atmospheres for 60 minutes, but then they just shook the crap out of them and blasted loud noises at them. They have a vibration test of 5 to 2,000 hertz at 8.8 Gs, and then a sound test of 130 decibels at frequencies of 40 to 10,000 hertz for 30 minutes. Yeah, so obviously, depending on what you're doing, the word stress testing can have 2 very different meanings. If you're building a computer, you're just pressing a button on a piece of software to make the computer get hot and make sure it doesn't crash. But if you're NASA and you're testing to see if a watch can survive in space, you are doing so much more. Heat, vibration, pressure, corrosion, all of that stuff. It is insane. And obviously not the Moonswatch, but the real Moonwatch survived all of that. Really impressive.